Hickok 45 here in 7th heaven, right, as they say. Look what I have on the table. Are these the most beautiful items you have ever seen, or what? I know if you are a mall ninja, you probably are not impressed with these things, right? They're not black rifles. They got ugly old walnut and pewter and color case hardened steel, octagonal barrels. Ooh, yuck. But many of you do appreciate what you're looking at, as do I, and they are gorgeous. These are Shiloh Sharps rifles, both in caliber 45-70. Imagine that. Most of you have seen the Montana Rough Rider already. I've had it for several years. And some of you who are smart enough, the most astute among you who watch the Sunday shoot-around videos, saw this one recently, right? In a Sunday morning shooter. In fact, you saw the first shots fired through it. Yeah, this Shiloh Sharp Sporter 1 that I picked up in Las Vegas, of all places. No, not in a casino. And yeah, I picked it up, but I didn't steal it. It was at the Las Vegas Antique Arms Show. Yeah, some of you have been there. I've met you there, right? But that's where I got it, and thought I would shoot it today, feature it, and just enjoy it, because it's a new firearm to me. It's a little different than the other one. And some of you are huge fans of these old single-shot rifles. You know, I know you are. And speaking of guns and a gallery of guns on the table, I want to thank Davidson's Gallery of Guns for their support of the channel. Great outfit, and I mean, they offer a guaranteed lifetime replacement on firearms purchase there. Just a wonderful opportunity there. And we also thank Silencer Central. They haven't offered us any of their Banish products to put on the ends of these yet, but you've seen a lot of the Banish items around the table here lately, haven't you? Also want to thank SDI.edu, the Sonoran Desert Institute. Get yourself some distance learning, drone technology, firearms technology, gunsmithing, and they do exactly what they say they do. So check them out. And do you mind if I shoot one of these? At least the newer one. You've seen the Montana Rough Rider shot. I thought I'd fire this one a little bit. Talk about the differences a little bit. I'm not an expert on Shiloh Sharps rifles. These are the variations of the 1874, the most popular, I guess, Sharps rifle. And you can get these in all configurations. You see them in all configurations with longer barrels, maybe shorter barrels. These have 28-inch barrels. You see them with the full octagonal barrel like this one. And I like those, always have. Now that's a thick one. Now it's open. I'm going to open it up, the bolt, so you know it's safe to look at the end. That one's pretty thick, isn't it? That's got a lot of steel in it. And this was one they had in their shop that I ordered. It's an incredible waiting period on these things. And I didn't realize it was that bull a barrel, that heavy a barrel, but it's okay, I like it. The thing that attracted me to this one is it has a lighter barrel. It has a half barrel, as they call it. It's half octagonal, and then it trims down a little bit, so you have less weight. This one weighs, I think it's over 1.5 pounds less than the other one. And I could tell when I picked it up, it just felt handier, felt shorter maybe, but it's just lighter. And this is a great one for packing around the woods and plinking, 2 liters, whatever, dead trees. So, or if you're a hunter, you know, deer, whatever, bear, buffalo. So yeah, I brought it home from SHOT Show. And as I said in Sunday video, other people go to Las Vegas for other adventures, right? I go to Las Vegas, I come home with a boring single shot rifle. But these are wonderful. Let me shoot the thing, can I? Also want to thank Alabama Holster. I don't think they make any Kydex holsters for the Shiloh Sharps, but yeah, they make them for all kinds of great concealment, concealed carry firearms, right? Not shoulder holsters, I guess, but belt holsters inside the waistband, outside the waistband, pocket holsters, purse holsters, wonderful company. Appreciate their help. All right, let's load him up, take a shot or two. I haven't shot a whole lot. I wanted you all to be in on some of the early shooting. I really did. I wonder, you know what, let me uncock it because I forgot something. I took this off so that when you saw it for maybe the first time, one of the first times, you wouldn't see it with this ugly pad on it. But I really need the extender. It just feels so much better to me. You know that story. You've been around. All right. I guess it needs to be a good buffalo gun, doesn't it? All right. I think that's my first buffalo with it. 4570. Smells good. All right. This is some Steinel ammo here. Shooting. All right. Let's try something else, like the gong. You heard that ring, didn't you? Wow, it shook it too. 4570 will do that. It will have that effect on something. Oh boy. Let's, you know that other buffalo on the right doesn't ever want to fall. I'll bet this will roll him, maybe. All right, that took care of him. Nothing like 405 grains of lead, right? So as you can see, this one, as far as differences, like I say, this one has the half barrel. If you're into single shots, or you want to be into single shots, you know, sharps, replicas, like this, you can get them. This pewter's kind of nice. I like that on the end of the stock. And I don't know if this has a fancy, I don't know if whoever bought this one originally or ordered it paid any extra for the wood. I don't think it's extra fancy, but it's got a beautiful walnut. It's a beautiful piece of walnut. It really is. And it's got the pistol grip kind of thing. It's got the comb, cheek comb right there. The other one does not. This is the Sporter #1, and I think that comes pretty much on all those. Pistol grip and the comb. I don't know, maybe you can get it without that. And the flat, the shotgun butt steel plate, which I like. You know, it's just, there's not a lot of difference between these and amongst them all. If you want a tang sight, of course you can get a tang sight for it. I had one of these early on, years ago, before you all knew me, before YouTube came along. And it had a tang sight. It was a longer barrel, it was a very heavy model, which I traded it off because I wasn't doing long range competition with it or anything. It was just a little too big to lug around and plink with. And one of my favorite plinking calibers is 4570. So I like to walk around and plink with it. I got some of my hand loads out here. I haven't fired those yet. Let's shoot those at something, you want to? Okay. Let's say it does fine out at longer ranges. Not that that's all that long for a Shiloh Sharps, but let's test it just to make sure at closer ranges, make sure it's suitable. There we go. Took out a 2-liter with no trouble. Wonder what else needs to be shot right here close. You think it'll work on a bowling pin? How about this one? A Pluie 4570 from a single shot. Pretty nice. These are beautiful rifles. I guess I can never do a video of one of these without mentioning Quigley Down Under. A lot of you will mention it, you always do. Wonderful movie where the Sharps rifle, and it is a Shiloh Sharps, is the star of the movie, really, isn't it? And has given a lot of people probably the fever for one. I wouldn't doubt a bit. So there's something special about a single shot. It is very relaxing to shoot, come out on a beautiful evening like this and just plink one round at a time. You load one, and then that torpedo, you put it in there, and then you find something suitable to shoot with it, like a 2-liter. You know, Then you just slowly unload it. You don't get in a hurry. There's no high capacity magazine or anything, right, involved. There's no low capacity magazine involved. And you just have fun. You really do. And then you look out across the hill and you see a buffalo hanging from a plant hanger. And you miss it. You know why I missed it? Because I ain't no good at shooting. I'll tell you why I missed that one. I might miss it again, but I missed it because I set the trigger. For those who don't know, the rear trigger is the set trigger, and when you press, you don't have to use the rear trigger. You can just fire the front one, but if you shoot or pull the rear trigger, it turns the front trigger into a hair trigger, literally, and you just breathe on it and it fires. So I just chose to do that on that one, and then I let it get off just a little bit too soon. So I'll do it again to prove I can do it though. Now I might still miss it. I might have been holding in the wrong place, I don't know. But I'm going to use a set trigger again, and I'm going to be aware of how light that front trigger becomes. Yeah. And I'll put the bullet where I meant to put it the first time. Pretty nice. Yeah, you look over there and see a buffalo hanging, you know it needs to be shot. Then you look up the hill and you see a gong hanging there, and you realize it needs 405 grains of lead as well. Yeah, the sights, I'm pleased. The sights are right on, I think. Now, I'd have to shoot at 1,000 yards, you know, for sure, but the sights seem to be right on. And I don't shoot at 1,000 yards. You know, I couldn't even see 1,000 yards. But I like to shoot them at moderate distances. And yeah, just wonderful old guns. As I've said in other venues and Hickok 45 Talks videos, you know, in different places, you really, or Sunday videos, you really want to branch out if you can. If you like firearms, you enjoy firearms, hopefully you expand your horizons. If the only thing you're shooting are polymer pistols and black rifles, that's fine, you know, but I think you'll come to a point where you want more. You learn a little bit more about the history of firearms, and you'll find yourself branching out a little bit. And this is one of those branches, or one of those twigs, you know, on that tree. There are many different types of very interesting firearms out there. And the history of these, history of single shots in general in the 45-70 is intriguing, and these are just wonderful, wonderful old firearms. And the thing is, you might be able to see better than I can, and shoot better than I can, and get more out of one of these than I can. I don't really, long range shooting is not my thing, but I enjoy shooting at moderate ranges, or even long sometimes. But that might be your thing. You might just love something like this even more than I do, if that's possible. So anyway, I'll shoot it one more time maybe, and I'll make you leave. How's that? Again, we really appreciate everybody that helps us. Silencer Central, Davidson's Gallery of Guns, SDI, Alabama Holster, Talon Grips, Ballistol. We're very fortunate. All right. What deserves my last shot? Maybe that ram over there on the right. Now, if I miss it, it may not be my last shot. I thought I had at first. He was slow to die. He wanted to have a more dramatic death, didn't he? So anyway, the Shiloh Sharps, this is the 1874, the Sporter 1, and has the half barrel. As I say, you can see that, half octagonal and half round. And it's a little bit lighter, a little handier. Not handy enough to pocket carry, but it's a little handier than some of the other heavier Sharps, like my Montana Rough Rider. So I like it, and it'll always be special because I bought it in Sin City, Las Vegas. Not in a casino, but I bought it in Las Vegas. So glad y'all came out this evening to share some time with me and help me sling some big lead. Life is good.
Oh yeah, that's better. This is a great gun for defense. Oh hey, didn't see you guys there. While I've got you here, I want to remind you of our friends over at Talon Grips and Ballistol. Talon Grips makes grips, can you believe it, for all different types of firearms. You can get rough texture or more of a rubberized texture. It just sticks right on there. You know, really affordable, really cool option to improve the grip for your handguns or rifles. So please check them out at talongungrips.com. You'll be glad you did. And also Ballistol. Dad has been using Ballistol for many years. It's a cleaner and a lubricant, and it's non-toxic. It works really great, and we're happy to have them on board since it's been a part of our shooting endeavor for a very long time. So go to ballistol.com, talongungrips.com. And also, while you're out there, I'm juggling all these things here. Also, while you're on the internet, please do check out our other social media like Hickok45 on Facebook. There's also Hickok45 on Twitter, The Real Hickok45 on Instagram. There's a John_Hickok45 on Instagram where I do some things. There's Hickok45.com. You can find us also on Gunstreamer. So check out all that stuff and then watch more videos.